then on Tuesday, November 29th, we have a few aspects on Tuesday, which we'll get to. But Tuesday is ruled by Mars. It's Mars's day, the planet of action, drive, and initiative. So Tuesday is ideal for anything that requires extra drive, energy, courage, or initiative. And it's a great get shit done day. So definitely get your shit together and get her done on Tuesday. And then also on Tuesday, numerologically, it's 11. It's an 11, right? Because 2 plus 9 is 11. That's a master karma number because it's a double digit, right? Of the same. It's a 1, 1. So 11 is very, very powerful. And it represents the most elevated expression of male and female energy, right? And if you know tarot, well, you can look at 11 and say, okay, well, what cards does 11 represent? 11 also, of course, reduces to a 2. So we're balancing opposites. So in terms of the tarot, if you know tarot, you can look at 11 and be like, okay, justice, the justice card. Okay, what am I balancing, right? And then also 2, card number 2 in the tarot is the high priestess, right? So that's why we're dealing with elevated expression of male and female energy. The high priestess is all about duality. So keep that in mind for your Tuesday. Moon will be in Aquarius until 7:14 p.m. East on Tuesday, at which point Luna will enter Pisces. Pisces keywords and phrases include imagination, romance, dreamy, osmosis, creative, intuitive, escape, and the subconscious. And for most of your day, though, on Tuesday, Luna will be in Aquarius. Like Jimmy Dean. James Dean was an Aquarius, and he has one of the aspects that are also going on in our heavens on Tuesday. The first aspect is Mercury in Sagittarius will be making a harmonious sextile to Saturn in Aquarius. So Mercury is about communication. Saturn is about discipline and responsibility. So the mind is working well with our stick-to-itness. So it's a good day for clear thinking, good judgment, and honest communication. And also, you're going to have Mercury in Sagittarius opposing Mars retrograde in Gemini. So we want to avoid pettiness and pick our battles carefully to more easily achieve our goals. Remember, Mars is retrograde, right? And Mercury is communication. So Mercury, the planet of communication, is opposing, is the opposite end of Mars. So they're up against each other, and Mars is retrograde. And with Mars retrograde, don't start a fight unless you can win. Because typically, with Mars retrograde, he who initiates loses. So they have shown that countries, when Mars has been retrograde, the country that fires the first shot loses the war when Mars is retrograde. For us, it's not a good idea to start fights. It's not a good idea to sue somebody under Mars retrograde. And we just got to be careful with this aspect. Mercury is all about our communications, and it actually rules driving. And it opposed Mars. Mercury opposed Mars in James Dean's chart. So think about it that way, right? Mercury, driving, communication, thinking, opposing Mars, which pertains to explosions. And unfortunately, that's how Jimmy Dean died, right? He got into a car crash. Wah, wah. So don't do that. And for us, really, it's a matter of slowing down and taking things step by step. Good morning, the Admiral. Nice to see you. And I'm glad, Sin. I'm glad you're liking the numerology. That's a nice little component to our day-to-day at a glance look. Additionally, well, I think that's it. That's it for your Tuesday. I think because it's Mars's day and Mercury will be opposing Mars, we can get a lot done, but we definitely want to slow it down a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Exactly, Sin. Definitely be careful of driving. And I think with all this energy, especially with Mercury being involved in two aspects, it's a good idea to just think before you speak. Remember, you can't unring a bell. But I do think with Mercury in Sagittarius sextiling Saturn, this will help balance the Mercury opposition to Mars as well.